This has been going on before Jalen Hurts. So, I mean, first of all, the tush push is a quarterback sneak. That's what it is. I know you're bringing in the extra offensive linemen to push forward, and probably, they're shifting the line and kind of pushing it up so they can get that extra yard. Fine. First of all, in the last, I would say, 37 times I've seen the Eagles do that this year, has anybody gotten injured from it? The answer is no.
The Eagles,
I have not seen it. I don't even think I've seen it on another team.
No, the Giants had some, unfortunately.
But are they talking about that?
No.
Just because of the Giants?
Nope.
I don't understand. And honestly, why is Goodell trying to change these different rules? When Tom Brady had his knee get shot put it out, now you can't hit below the knees anymore. It's the Tom Brady rule. And I'm not attacking Tom Brady. It's just the way the NFL works. When a quarterback gets hurt, you can't put your fingers on him. If you touch a quarterback in the wrong way or you put your body weight on the quarterback, it's a penalty. It's 15 yards. And it could ruin a game. We've seen it ruin a game in the fourth quarter. And it's been going on for years. Why all of a sudden? Because the NFL is trying to find ways to protect the quarterback. How about protecting the corners? How about protecting the offensive linemen that tear their knees out? How about getting grass and not turf? Why isn't the NFL taking care of that right now? Trying to find rules to change the tush push or the brotherly shove. It's ridiculous. It's redundant. It's stupid. It's dumb.
Yeah, and just because the Eagles are doing it at a historic success rate does not mean other teams have done it to that same clip this year.
Every team does it. They all do the damn quarterback.
And we've seen many teams
and
fail. And it fails because they don't have the best offense.
The Jets.
They don't have the best offensive line in football, and they don't have a quarterback in Jalen Hurts that's 240 pounds or whatever he is.
And can obviously, I think he can, if I'm not mistaken, he can, what do they call it? Squat?
Weight.
600. No, he squats 650 pounds and something like that.
Right.
I mean, you don't hear quarterbacks do that. I would say that Jalen Hurts is probably the strongest quarterback in the NFL.
Right, and I think after Josh Allen, I think he's the second biggest, too. So when you're judging that...
he's stronger than Josh Allen.
Yeah, right. Even so, that's a big quarterback with a great offensive line, the best in the league when it's healthy, doing that. So you're going to ban it from the rest of the league to try to do that kind of thing? Here's an idea. Why don't you have a defensive player try to push a defensive lineman? Maybe you try to leverage it that way. I don't think we've seen a lot of teams try to do that. You could if you know the tush push is coming, maybe have a safety jump over like we saw Troy Polamalu do all the time. Try something else. I don't think they're trying to be creative against that kind of thing, instead of trying to just ban the play completely like Roger Goodell's stupid mind likes to think.
It just makes me sick. It really does. And that, again, this is what Roger Goodell likes to do. He likes to bring in new rules, and they don't work, and then they bring them back. Hey, why don't we ask Sean Payton? He knows all about that. They bring a rule in after the whole thing happened against the Rams, and the Rams go to the Super Bowl when the Saints should have been there. Right. So they brought a new rule in. 1 year it worked, and then everybody was complaining about it, and then they get rid of it. They discard it. This is the NFL. Why are you changing rules? The game, now I understand they're trying to protect the heads as well as they should. They should be changing the helmets, by the way. I know they changed it a couple of times, but it looks like the same helmet. To figure out a way that you're protecting the heads a little bit better. Now, they're teaching players to hit a certain way, below the waist, not and that's another thing. It hurts it. Now, the defense has been better this year than we've ever seen it. Last year, the offense was so explosive. This year, it's all about the defense. And maybe because the teams are figuring out how to stop these great wide receivers, how to stop and how to use different packages to stop these top-end wide receivers. Nevertheless, Miami's not having any problems putting up those numbers. So I think that the NFL needs to step away. Roger Goodell needs to step away and stop complaining about one stupid tush push. It's not making a difference. What if they're calculating, the chemistry of this team, and they're calculating what this team is doing or what this tush push is doing when it comes to injuries. Why don't you worry about other ways of protecting the players? How about some grass? That's what I think the NFL should be worried about. These guys, these Achilles tendons, these knee injuries, these ankle injuries, or hamstring problems. Why are they having these problems? I don't know. Maybe because they're playing on cement.